Hi, my name is Tamara. I'm a grateful recovering addict. I'm also Muslim. I've had many people ask me to share my story. My road to recovery has been a long one. My clean date is April 1st, 2015. I have been clean for 2 years and 2.5 months. My story starts pretty much back when I was born. My biological mother was an alcoholic and drug addict, and she had severe mental health disabilities. My biological father was an alcoholic. My mother was severely abusive to me in every way possible. I was adopted when I was 5 years old. My adopted parents got custody of me when I was 4 years old. The abuse from my biological mother happened pretty much when I was born until I was about 4 years old. I have a younger sister who is my adopted parents' biological daughter. She was 6 when I was 6 when she was born. I was diagnosed with learning disabilities and PTSD when I was 7 years old, fairly close to within each other. I displayed, shortly after, within that time frame, I displayed very bad behavioral issues. I was physically and verbally aggressive to my family, you could say. I used to set fires until I was about 10, 11 years old, somewhere around there. And I used to get put in placements for my mental health a lot. I never really felt like I belonged or wanted or loved growing up. But when I was 13 years old, I got arrested for setting my school on fire. And got sent to juvie and placement. My parents were very good parents. They were Christians. I grew up in a very loving environment. My parents did love me. My adopted parents, I mean. They weren't overly strict, or they weren't extremely lenient. Our needs were met. There was always food on the table, a roof over our heads, clothes on us. Everything was provided for. We always went to the doctors. They made sure that we were always well taken care of. When I was a senior in high school, I was 18. About halfway through the school year, I moved out on my own. I met a gentleman who was twice my age. To go back, I started smoking cigarettes when I was 13. When I was about 14, I started smoking marijuana. But both of those were recreational. It wasn't like an everyday thing or an every weekend thing. But when I was 18, like I said, I met this guy who was twice my age, and that's when I really started hitting the party scene. And it was like an everyday, or you know what I mean, an all the time thing. But we didn't last long. Shortly after I graduated high school, I was living on the street, bouncing from place to place. My addiction went from one thing to another. When I was 19, I got arrested for shoplifting. I was always getting citations for fist fighting, arrested for it. When I was about 22, I met the wrong kind of people. I joined a gang. Luckily, I was able to get out of that alive. And things just progressed worse for me. When I was in 2009, I became Muslim. Never took their religion seriously. And my drug use and my crime activity got worse. And in 2013, I was engaged to a gentleman. I had been sober for a while. I relapsed and committed another crime, and he was the victim. Did some lengthy jail time. Got out. Recommitted myself to the faith of Islam. Was doing good for a little bit, but was only working a me program, because I always thought it was a me program instead of working steps and stuff like that. And shortly after I relapsed, committed another crime. But in the end, in April 1st, 2015, I got resentenced on my crime in 2014 and got sentenced to state time. And that was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me, was getting sent to state time. By this point, I had enough was enough with me. I was tired of doing drugs and alcohol. I was using synthetic marijuana, cocaine. In the past, I had done heroin. Anything I could have got my hands on in the past. I just was tired. I was tired of living the lifestyle I could have. I lived, and while in prison, it gave me, Allah had blessed me with meeting wonderful women, giving me opportunities to work on myself, and just giving me that chance to improve and become the woman that He wanted me to be, and to build that firm foundation in Islam. Even though I haven't seen my family in 3 years, Allah has blessed me with being able to talk to them. I have met some wonderful people in the place that I have moved to. And I met some wonderful people here. I have been blessed greatly and beyond my wildest dreams. And I'm content being in my sobriety, you know. I hope somebody could find some strength and hope in my story. May the peace and blessings be with you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.